We are welcoming one of the most talented creators in comic book history. Alan Bellman joins us next to talk about working on the creative team that developed Captain America and many others of our superhero universe. It's a story you don't want to miss. Coming up. Okay, Crystal, thank you. He spent 75 years working in comics and part of the creative team that developed many superheroes that we are all familiar with. We are so excited to welcome Alan Bellman with his wife, Rosalind Bellman, to talk about the Great American Comic-Con. And also joining us on the far end there is promoter Chandler Rice. Thank you all for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
First off, it's an honor to meet you, sir.
And pleasure and honor is all ours.
We're working on getting your microphone attached there.
Well,
You know, you don't have to deal with this with comic books, right? This is just live TV issues.
well, you know.
Thank you, Crystal.
No, you're catching me off guard, because let me say something to you. I remember going back when we were a guest at the first Avenger in California.
Yeah.
And I was sitting in the back with my tie and all well dressed, and a gentleman came over to me at the El Capitan Theater in Hollywood. And gentleman came over to me and said, "My name is so-and-so, and I'm Chris Everett's grandfather."
Okay.
He says, "You look important." And I said, "That's because I am important."
You are important.
I know that's right.
No, that's not me. I mean, I wouldn't answer that way, but... So he walked away, and I felt so bad. I was in San Diego about 2 years ago, we'd say, Roz. Anyway, I was on a stage, and my wife's manicurist had put a shield on my fingernail.
Oh.
And there was Chris Everett on the stage with Mark Ruffalo and Samuel Jackson.
Oh,
and
my
among other
goodness.
ones, yeah.
Wow.
And
Quite a lineup.
I got on the stage and they were cheering me. And I was in awe, and I just raised my hand to show them the shield. And the young kids they brought in from New York, he's giving them the finger.
So he's talking about the cast from Captain America, giving him the proper salute and honor because he was part of the creative team that developed Captain America so many years ago. The influence that you have had on so many generations, I don't think can even be measured. But we can see it in the form of how big these movies are and how big of a draw they've become. It must be amazing for you to see.
But I want to clear one thing up.
Sure.
Captain America was created by Joe Simon and Jack Kirby.
Right.
We cannot take that away from these two gentlemen who are now deceased.
Yeah.
I came in, I started doing backgrounds on Captain America. And then they gave me my own script. I was there before Stan Lee had become editor of the magazine.
I mean, we're going way back.
Oh.
Legendary comic book creators.
Yeah. Wow.
Never did I think I'd reach the age of 92 and a half.
And real quick, you told me that one time you owned the very first Superman copy. Is that right?
Yes.
And what happened to
Whoa.
it? Because that's worth a lot of money.
Well, let me tell you something. If I owned it now, you think I'd be sitting here?
With me? Tell me that nobody threw that out. I
Yes.
hope nobody threw it out.
I was at a convention in San Antonio, and my son, who lives in Houston, was sitting in the audience, and I was telling that story about the first copy of Action Comics, which had Superman. Well, my son says, "I sold it for a nickel." I says, "Son, you weren't even born then."
He has seen so much history. He's done so many wonderful things, and I'm so glad you're able to talk to us. It's ahead of the Great American Comic-Con, which goes from December 3rd through the 4th, so be sure to check it out because you can see legends like Alan and other very interesting individuals who, of course, will be dressed up, like your wife, Rosalind. I love the outfit, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah,
They take
I love it
her
so much.
picture and walk away from me.
She's gorgeous.
Thank you all for
Everybody
coming in.
wants to get in this. May I say one word?
Yes.
Let's be together, let's be friends, let's be nice to each other. Please, I implore, I beg, I ask. Thank you.
Oh, wonderful.
Well, we need more of that.
Yeah.
We need more of that and more people like you.
Thank you, and God bless
Thank you
you.
so much. You too as well. We'll be right back after this.